Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you to be present at one more event of the foundation, and this time with a very special presentation of someone who came from very, very far, from the coldest place than Macau, came from Zurich, where probably is minus something that will make everyone freezing. So today we have Sylvie with a very special topic, is a love letter. And she will be the one who will explain this exhibition and what she presented here. And I'm not going to take your time because we are all anxious to hear what Sylvie have. Thank you.
Muito obrigada. Thank you very much, Dr. Cunha. Boa tarde, my dear friends. Welcome to the exhibition Carta d'Amor, Love Letter. My name is Sylvie Sinchen. I'm a Swiss artist in contemporary arts, and thanks to Dr. Cunha and the foundation, I could have my exhibition Love Letter, Carta d'Amor here. And as we are very close to Chinese New Year, traditional Chinese New Year, and the West Valentine's Day, so with my artwork, I would like to present and to raise some questions, such as nowadays, how we express our feelings and how we communicate our love to the people around us, to our family, to the environment, to the world, to different cultures and different religions. And today, I am wearing part of a wedding dress from Afghanistan. Actually, I wrote all these love letters to my future son that I did not had because I did not meet the father yet. But for me, love is not only about two persons, me and other. It's also a connections with the friends that I know, friends that I will meet, and the friends who help me, friends that I'm going to help, and things that we will experience and discover together. And now, my dear friends, I will begin to read this love letter.
No clock, no time. 時間可能係一個假象，佢係無盡嘅變化。Yesterday's
Vou dizer
today,
ao
tomorrow's
meu amor
昨天
que o meu corpo derreteu.
無限嘅明天。
Amo-te,
Happy New Year！
amo-te, meu filho.
時間係一個日新月
Infinito
異嘅奇妙旅程，
Infinito
就好似跳住
Infinito
舞嘅彩虹，
é o
背後
nosso
嘅陽
amor.
光，南來
Que
北往。
vamos fazer amor
Time is my past.
contigo.
Le temps me passion.
O prazer
J'aime toujours
é todo meu.
le metonen. 時間
Agora
話 Soleo
e sempre,
時間最好係忘記佢。
e sempre.
I always Love the now. The now 時間
E simple.
最好係忘記佢。
Tu es Emilia Saida.
No clock, no time。
Tu es
時間
Emilia
可
Saida.
能係一個假象，
Tu es
佢係無盡
To us
嘅變化。
Tu es Emilia
Yesterday's,
Estrada.
today, tomorrow's。 昨天、今天、無限嘅明天。 Happy New Year。 Fushijina
Vou dizer ao meu amor
係一個日新月異嘅奇
que
異
o
旅程，
meu corpo
就好似
derreteu.
跳住舞嘅彩
Que
虹，
meu corpo
背後嘅
derreteu.
陽光，
Amor,
南來北往。
amo-te. Meu filho
Time is my past. Le
infinito
temps, ma passion.
é o nosso
Toujours
amor.
le maintenant.
Meu
時
filho,
間話蘇利話
quero fazer
Seu.
amor contigo.
時間
O
最好
prazer
係忘記
é
佢。
todo meu.
I always
Agora
love the now.
e
The
sempre.
now. 時間
Tu és
最好
a
係
minha
忘記
saída.
佢。
Tu és a minha estrada. Meu filho, agora
Can I
E
ask you a
sempre.
question?
tu
When
és
was the
a
last
minha
time you
saída.
write a love letter by hand?
Tu és a minha estrada.
Yes. No, by hand. Handwriting.
Times
You're
change
young, or when you was a little girl,
and we change inside of them.
teenager.
Le temps,
Thank you.
le temps est un espace pour l'essence et pour l'amour. Le temps passe devant moi sur le cul, mais pas sur le visage. 時間
Hello.
時間
Can I
係
ask you a
感官
question?
同愛嘅空間，
When was the last
佢喺我
time
身上流
you
逝，
wrote a love letter
佢
by
嘅面
hand?
容並無變化。Les dents restent les mêmes,
Okay,
les
thank you.
changes que les gens。時間係經驗，
我想問你一個問題，
係慢係快，
你幾時
係揾到
最後一
自己。
次手寫一份情書係幾時
For how long would time be?
？Wow, it's so romantic.
Liat yoter,
呢個月子
zemara yoter. Slower is faster.
我想問
Slower
你一個問
time.
題，你最後一
An
次用
opportunity
手
to
寫
find
情書係
yourself.
幾時呢？
Yourself,
上個
a
禮拜
creative spirit,
Thank you.
timeless, always in the now. Imawa, shall we wait? Or do we have to press slowly? Watashi wa chigan o modeinai
I
basho wa
want to ask you a question.
watashi ni wa
When
arimasen.
was the last time you wrote a love letter by hand?
Time,
14 years ago.
time,
Okay.
time,
You. And what about you?
time.
You don't remember.
Jise wa
Thank you.
utsushi de wa nai desu ka? Jikan. Isn't life a perfect way to pass the time away? Isn't life a perfect way to pass the time away? What do you think? Isn't life a perfect way to pass the time away? Isn't life a perfect way to pass the time away?
能係，亦可能唔係。
Isn't life a perfect way to pass the time away?
或者有啲人會選擇終結一生，而去另外追求一個世界，去度過一生，去用佢嘅時間去度過佢認為可以度過嘅一生。
雨冷靜了一半，景色凄靜，風聲悄靜，依稀隱約傳來了一半鐘。眾聲驚破夢更難醒。
Muito obrigada. Thank you so much for sharing this moment, the first piece of the exhibition. This video that I took in the Swiss snow mountain, as I was walking alone in the snow mountain, I found and see myself, and I feel the wonderful harmony together with the great nature. So there I did not have nothing, but it seems that I feel that I had everything. And I would like to invite you to have a small walk with me together in the art space. So my dear friends, you could come with me. Thank you. And I would like to invite you to see this poem that I wrote. And as I told, I wrote to my baby in my imagination. And I use my daily language that I use. So there is English and Japanese, a little bit Portuguese that now I'm learning, and French, and Swiss German, because I speak Swiss German in Switzerland. And I draw this hand also as well with real nail polish. So it's real nail polish. And actually, for me, it's a piece of artwork which raised this question: do we have pleasure as we write? Because nowadays, that technology was developing that much. Maybe we did not write any love letter anymore because we don't need to write. I can send a hug, a kiss, a virtual one in WeChat, WhatsApp, Facebook. I can send an emoji. I don't need to write to communicate and to express my love feelings. And that's why I raised the question, do I still have the pleasure, or do we still have the pleasure to write? And what's the necessity in the future? How do I express my feelings? And also, it's like question to different cultures. How can we get to a harmony? Because in my observation that Macau is such a harmony place with West culture and East culture, and each religion is living together here in a harmony way, which is very rare. So in Europe, in Switzerland, I am safe. But for example, that the country next to Switzerland, Germany or France, is not safe. We had terrorist attack last year a lot. And so all these conflicts about different cultures and religions. So how can I understand this hand? Maybe it's a hand of a Buddha, maybe it's of a human, and what's the message behind? And can I get to a love feeling or harmony with it? So I raised the question. This is what I concern. And I would like, if you will have time later or another time, to come back to the Foundation Gallery, and you could also to read the poem when you have time. And now I invite you to a more personal installation with my hair. And it's here. So actually, I collected different hairs, and they are real hair of my friends, and they are real hair of my horse, and real hair of a deer that a Swiss hunted. My question is how to conserve love memories, because maybe we had so many different love memories before, and do I have to forget about it, or can I conserve it in a way? And for example, that for different reasons, different refugees, they came to Switzerland, and then some of them, their grandchildren, they prefer to forget the identity. They prefer to forget why their grandparents came to this country, maybe for security, for life, and for better life. And some of them prefer to remember each details. So that was also my questions. With all this, can I to conserve it in a way and a how? So this is an installation. And behind you, these are my Japanese writings. If some of you can read Chinese or Japanese kanji, then you can read here. It's closer one step, ichipo, yappo, and one step. And here is for you, if you wish, for you to write. Actually, in Switzerland, to buy Chinese ink or Japanese ink, it's very expensive. So after 30 years, I practice Japanese calligraphy. I did not write with ink anymore. One of the reason is that I don't have money to buy ink anymore in Switzerland. And another reason is I discovered the pleasure to write with espresso that I drank each morning. And Now I have different lovers, so one is espresso because I cannot live without it anymore. And also my iPhone. I cannot sleep without my iPhone. It's a problem, but it's like this now. And to write with coffee, it's another feeling than with ink. So if you would like to experience this pleasure or the feeling or just the action of writing with traditional pencil brush and on the rice paper with coffee, you are welcome to experience here. And this is one piece in the same way of creating. And behind here, we could find two beautiful, pretty pieces, but you have to look really close. Yeah, you can get close to look at it. Here I wrote hug, and then two little girls, they were flying and jumping into each other to get a real hug. So not a virtual one, but a real one. And at the end, I would like to get to this installation. It's a big installation with the name White Room. White is for me the symbol of purity and innocence. And in my way of creating, it's very important that the motivation is so pure and concentrated. It's like I make a cup of tea or I make a coffee for the one that I care about. I will give all my energy and devotion to the process of making this cup of tea. So in this piece, I write with my whole body. The traces that you see here is not with a brush, but with my whole body. That I write a letter. And if you can read Chinese, that you can, or Japanese, it's the same. It means to walk, hang, to walk. And here, I would like to introduce this piece, a walk or a flight. So you are welcome to be very close to observe. And it's an Arabic woman being tied in a Japanese way. It's my question to the pleasure of this life, to be a girl or a woman, and the freedom to have the chance to experience it. It's an Arabic woman being tied, so she is not free, but she wished to fly, so she's practicing a yoga, flying position. And there are different reflex of the mirror. And at the end, I would like to ask you a question. What do you think about this cage? 大家覺得呢一個籠有咩嘢感覺？
This cage, maybe it means freedom. Yes. Closer. One get
You are
closer.
welcome to watch it closer.
If you come closer to see, you will see that a black inside the cage. This is actually a piece of black. So maybe I think that this cage, maybe you have two meanings for that. You can see it as a limitation, but on the other hand, you can see it as a a opportunity or chance or a challenge. So with this beautiful piece of drops inside, I think that is maybe you treat this your challenge. This limitation is your challenge in your life, isn't it?
Maybe I would like to ask one more friends. What do you think? Moon 你見到呢一個雀龍同埋雀龍裏邊，或者係呢一個正在起舞嘅一個阿拉伯嘅俾人緊綁嘅女性，你心裏邊有啲咩好直接嘅一個感受呢？
我反而覺得幾舒服咯，望落去，因為佢粉紅色閃閃啦，咁代表一個充滿愛嘅感覺啦，係一個包圍住咯。因為白色其實代表係一個好純潔啊、淨水嘅感覺咯，所以我覺得係一個充滿愛嘅一個童話故事。
好開心，我嘅朋友今日都嚟到咗。I'm so happy that my friends they came and to direct communications and the feedback of the understanding of artwork is very precious for me. And actually, I think when I feel this cage around me, I feel this invisible cage around me, and the cage is for me at the same time security, and at the same time different obstacle that I have to overcome it. But it's a cage in different senses, and what I wish to say is that I am not giving an answer when I present my artwork, and different individual, different friends, you will see different you in the artwork. And but the beautiful shiny, actually, you know, in a normal bird cage, these are not shiny, they are bird's sheets. But here is shiny because I think for me it's exactly the symbol of love. Yes, it looks beautiful. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's too much, sometimes too less, but it's around us. Never forget that love is around us. And if you have time, that I wish that now we could have a drink and very delicious some food together at another side, and then we can talk more and to enjoy the drink and tea and together. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Arigato. Let's go and have some drink and food. Muito obrigada. Yeah, let's go. We can go together. And here, it smells really good. Yes, and here, yes, my dear friends, you're welcome to join in. And in case